Hi, I'm Samantha McDouglas from thebridgeteachers.com. Come look over my shoulder at a play problem. On this hand, the person who held our hand opened one spade, showing 5 or more spades and an opening hand or better. After our partner passed, East balanced with 2 hearts, showing 5 or more hearts and 10 to 16 points. Because East is in the balancing seat, this might be an adjusted 10 to 16 points. They might be borrowing 3 points from their partner. Our hand now bid 4 spades, not wanting to risk the chance of missing the game again, and everyone passed. West, being a good partner, led their partner's suit, leading the 8 of hearts. Let's take a moment and assess this hand by counting losers. How many losers do we have? We have 4. In diamonds, we have 1 diamond. We don't have a higher diamond to play on it and win the trick, so that diamond is a loser. In clubs, we only have 2 clubs, and we have the ace and the king. We don't have any club losers. In hearts, we have 2 hearts, and neither of them are going to win, so they are both losers. In spades, although we do have 9, we are missing the king, so we need to count the king as a loser. At this point in time, we would normally come up with as complete of a plan for the hand as we can. But the critical decision that we need to make is on trick 3. So we're going to go to trick 3 and talk about that decision. I'm going to go ahead and give you 3 seconds here in case you would like to pause and plan the hand. The person who held our hand played a heart from dummy. East won the king, and we followed suit. East now played the ace of hearts. We followed suit again, with West also following suit, and we played the 5 from dummy. East now led the 3 of hearts. It is our turn to play. And this decision that we make here is the difference between making the hand and not making the hand. We have lost 2 tricks. We can only afford to lose 1 more trick. And we still have 2 losers. Our 4 of diamonds is still not any good, and we are still missing the king of spades. When you have to trump and you haven't pulled trump, the first thing that you want to ask yourself is, if I trump high, is it going to cost me? And yes, if we trump with the ace, it's going to make the king good. And if we trump with the queen or the jack, it could potentially still make the king good, but it could also make the 10 good. If trumping high doesn't cost you, you're just going to trump high. There's nothing more to think about. But if trumping high has the potential to cost you, as it does here, now we need to spend more time on the decision, and we have to decide if we want to trump, and if we want to trump, how high we want to trump. One of the most important pieces in this equation is, do we think West is out of hearts? Yes, absolutely. On this auction, East showed 5 hearts. If East started with 5, that means that West started with 2 and is now out. This puts us in a very precarious position, because if we trump low, it is incredibly likely that West is going to over-trump us. And if we trump high, we may be costing ourselves a trick. But if we don't trump, we're almost certainly going to be losing this trick. What would you do? I would play the 4 of diamonds. You're almost certainly going to be losing the 4 of diamonds sooner or later. The only potential way for us to not lose a trick with the 4 of diamonds is to lead the 4 of diamonds, have West have the ace, and have them not take it. But this would be an incredibly foolish thing for West to do. If West has the ace of diamonds, they should take the ace of diamonds when we lead the 4, and if East has the ace of diamonds, they should definitely take the ace of diamonds. We are almost certainly going to be losing a trick with the 4 of diamonds. So what we are doing is we are playing a card that is definitely going to lose on a trick that is also definitely going to lose. Why are we doing this? because we are hoping to combine those two losers into one trick. When we play the 4 of diamonds, West is going to have to trump to win the trick. If they don't trump, we're winning the trick and we just got rid of a loser. And now we will be in dummy, we'll be able to take the spade finesse, and we will almost certainly be making this hand. But if West's trump, and I would expect them to do so, what we are hoping for is that we have combined our diamond loser and our spade loser onto the same trick. Let's look at all 4 hands. We were never going to be able to get to dummy to take the spade finesse. We were always going to have to hope that when we played the ace of spades, the king dropped. The opponent started the hand with only 4, so it was possible, if not likely, but we had no other way to play the suit. But when West trumps, this increases our chances of dropping the king when we play the ace. If West had held King Doubleton of spades, when they trumped with the 4 and now we played the ace, the king would be dropping. So our hope here is that when West trumps, it's with a natural trump trick anyway. Let's go back and look at what happens if we trump. If we trump low, we are now not only losing a trick to West's 4 of spades, but we are also always going to lose a trick with the 4 of diamonds, and we are going to go down. And it doesn't help us to trump higher. If we go back, West can beat any card that we trump with under the queen and the jack. Even if we trump with the 9, West can win this trick, and then eventually the defense will take the ace of diamonds and we will go down. And if we trump higher with the jack, now West can't beat us. But now West's 10 of spades has become good. When we play the ace of spades, they will play low and we will drop the king. And we'll have a moment where we think, oh, yay, we're making this hand, but we know we aren't, because when we play the queen, East shows out, and now West's 10 is good. And we are going to lose a trick to the 10 of spades, and our 4 of diamonds is still going to lose, and we are going to go down. And of course, trumping with the ace doesn't help either, because if we trump with the ace, East's king has become good. Let's go back. The very first step in knowing what to do here is building a picture of the heart suit and knowing that West is out. The next thing that you need to do is recognize that no matter what you do on this hand, you are going to lose a trick with the 4 of diamonds. The opponents have absolutely no reason to throw the ace of diamonds, and sooner or later, no matter what you do, they're going to take that trick unless they make a terrible defensive error. So when we are put in this very difficult situation where if we trump high, West is getting a trump uppercut, meaning that if we trump high, their 10 becomes good, and if we trump low, they trump over us, we are better off throwing a loser that we are going to lose no matter what. And what we're hoping for is that when West trumps, it's with a trump trick that the defense was always going to take. And now we have combined 2 of our losers into one trick. When you do this, you want to make absolutely certain that the loser you're throwing away, that 4 of diamonds, cannot be gotten rid of any other way. You want to make certain that it is definitely always going to be a loser, but it is here. When we throw it on this trick, we remove the potential for West taking that 10 of spades. Now, whatever West chooses to lead, when we play spades, we will be able to get rid of our spade loser. Now, it is of course possible that this isn't going to work, that you're going to lose a spade even after you discard the diamond. But you are more likely to make this hand by throwing away the diamond on that trick than you are by trumping. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more tricks and treats.